Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 9 for the event Abroad Travel. This example we discussed in detail in the previous video with the help of the EPS tables and key planets technique. We studied the destiny and the Sa periods and Bugdi and Antra, how what the Sa is supportive for the event, though it is not having strong favorable key planets. All these things we discussed in detailed way in the previous video. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss the same chart with the help of the PILT table. How, because the key planets are strongly playing role, no? So that the role of key planets in rulers and also in supports, we can easily identify with the PILT table that we are going to study in this video now. So now let us examine. Example number 9, abroad travel for job. In this video, we are going to study with the PILT table. Now let us examine the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male native. Now we are going to study with the help of the PILT table. So the key planet states that each planet's self-significations based on the strength. We have given some colors already. The same colors we can use in the PILT table. As already discussed, the PILT table has got the key planet states that is being generated by the software. We can use this also, or we can use the self-significations shades which we have already manually given. That also we can do it. Anyway, let us use that use EPS colors, so that way we can see the colors, whatever the colors we have given in the EPS page that has been taken here. Now you can see which are the favorable key planets. Jupiter and Mercury, the strong favorable green planets, and the next one is the Mars. That is 9th sublot. That is the mixed one. So that is got 8 and 4. So it is got mixed. All are having supportive, and Venus and Rahu are the weak key planets because of their mixed signification. Especially Venus is strongly unfavorable. Then comes Rahu. Now we have to check the primary cuspal sublord planet destiny. Mercury we have to check, Jupiter we have to check, and Mars also we can check. Let us check Mercury. What we have to do prior to that, we have to select those planets, favorable key planets. Mercury I have selected, Jupiter I have selected, and Mars we have to select, and other favorable key planets, Saturn blue. Saturn is good, and Sun is also good, and Ketu we can select. Ketu we can select, Sun we can select, and Saturn also we can select. Because since they are all blue, remaining planets, if we choose no, then we will not be able to differentiate. Anyway, let us select with the favorable these planets, and of course, unfavorable planets, I forgot. Venus and Rahu we have to choose. They are the unfavorable mixed key planets. Their roles also we have to check. So now, or you can check with the KP check all, we can check all planets with the colors. That way also we can do it. But now I have selected only the favorable and medium planets and unfavorable Venus and Rahu. Let us check Mercury. Mercury planet, you can see Mercury is good, star level, sun, and you can see this, the tables is hidden. You can see, if you scroll, you can see Mercury and Jupiter both are there in support of the sun. Because if you see like this, Jupiter only is present. After that, Saturn and Mercury are not visible. I think you're able to understand. Huh? So Mercury in the source effect is Jupiter. Jupiter in supports of the sun, and Mercury also in supports in sun. And other favorable key planets, supporting key planet, sun. Mars also present. Mars is a other favorable key planet. Mars also there. So all planets are playing. It is indicating supportive, destiny supporting. 9th sublord, moon, sorry, Mars is 9th sublord. Mars is 9th sublord, no? Let us check. Mars is 9th cuspal sublord, yes. You check Mars. Mars is in the star of Ketu. All are supporting key planets only. No Mercury and Jupiter are present directly, but they can see Rahu there in supports. Being the free planet, his role is limited. Supportive key planets having got strong favorable key planets in their support, that is fine. So that way, all the favorable key planets are playing role, including Mars. Mars is present, again Mars here, ruler link or pass, so that is all good. So Mars also favorable. And Jupiter is the cuspal sublord of the, let us check, 9 and 12 cuspal lord and 10th sublord. So that Jupiter is in the star of Ketu and sublord is Rahu. That is having some weakness. So that is indicating some weakness, right? Unfavorable key planet is Rahu playing. Fortunately, Venus is not playing. But Venus, as said, Venus represents Mercury because Venus and Mercury are in sign exchange. That Mercury also not ruling directly. But you can see Rahu there at the sub-level, but Rahu is not influencing the star level planet Ketu, right? Ketu is not there. Ketu is not having the Rahu. That way, it is not forming ruler link directly. Jupiter is there at the star level, and Jupiter is there. All levels ruled by, all levels are influenced by the Jupiter through the support. That way, it is good. So that is all favorable. I think you are able to understand. Now we have to check the Dasa Lord. Let us now focus on the Dasa Lord and their key planets. Dasa Lord is Rahu. Rahu is having that unfavorable key planet on its own, and Venus also playing and Rahu also playing. Rahu and Venus are all mixed key planet. They are not detrimental, mixed one. But they have got Sun, Ketu, Mars, and Jupiter are playing role. Jupiter, and Mercury also playing. Jupiter is playing. All the favorable key planets are there in supports, supporting to the Rahu and their rulers. Second planet Ketu and Mars is our good key planet that is playing role. Mars only playing, and Jupiter and Mercury favorable key planets are playing only in the support. That they are giving strength to the Rahu. And star level planet Ketu is getting the good key planets in supports, and star lord Mars itself is a key planet. So Rahu, Dasa Lord, is supportive, but it is having unfavorable key planet Rahu and Venus strongly. So that Buddhi Lord should be free from Rahu and Venus in its rulers. How come Rahu is favorable for travel? Destiny is already given green signal. Destiny is favorable key planet Mercury and Jupiter and Sun. They are all ruling in the Lord's support. They are all playing role. Mars is also playing. So that way, the Lord is supportive, but along with the weakness. So during that favorable planets which are free from Venus and Rahu, that Buddhi will favor for travel. Which are having that Venus and Rahu in their ruler, they will cause trouble and will not favor. If they are in abroad, it will not support for stay. If the Buddhi Lord having got this Venus and Rahu, then they will not support for travel also. I think you're able to understand. In that case, you can see Rahu Dasa, Jupiter, Buddhi, though it is good, Rahu in the star sublevel is not good. Saturn is fine. It is free from Rahu and Venus. And also that Saturn is not having the strong favorable key planet Jupiter or Mercury. It is not ruling. Since the Dasa Lord is not having the strong favorable key planet of the Jupiter and Mercury, but having unfavorable only, Buddhi Lord definitely should be stronger with the presence of Jupiter or Mercury in rulers, and it should free from the Rahu or Venus. Free from Rahu or Venus is fine, but not having the Jupiter or Mercury. So that way, even Mars also not there. Mars, key planet of the Dasa Lord, that is also not ruling. So Saturn is not strong. It is favorable, but not strong enough to support the native to travel abroad. For the first time, that Saturn is not supporting. Now, under Rahu Dasa, Mercury Buddhi running. Mercury is good, and Sun and Jupiter, already we discussed, which is having all the favorable key planets, and the rulers also supports also and free from Rahu and Venus. So that way Mercury Bugdi will favor. So now Bugdi Mercury is favor. Within that Bugdi, in strong, favorable, supportive Antara, only the native can travel abroad, right? So it needs additional strength. In that Antara Lord should have the good key planet of the Bugdi Lord, Mercury and Jupiter and Sun. Sun is strongly favorable because Sun is getting the support from Jupiter and Mercury. Star Lord of the Mercury. Star Lord of the Mercury, Sun is supporting to the Mercury. That is also getting support from the Jupiter. So that role of Sun is important in the Antara Lord. And Mercury and Jupiter also, if it is present, well and good. Or this Mercury and Jupiter, if it is there in support, it is fine because they are all free planets. So Ketu, you can see Ketu is good only. Ketu star sublord is Mercury is present key planet of the Bugdi Lord, but it is not having that Sun in its rulers and the primary rulers. Sun is there only at the last level. Support it is present, but it is not very strong, right? So that way Ketu is having some weakness. If you check that EPS table, then level-wise grouping from the source effect result, then you can see that weakness in Ketu also. But if you look at the key planets, all blue present, so we will not be able to differentiate. That is the disadvantage. You can open that EPS table, double-clicking on this table itself. We can see the EPS table and check the level-wise grouping as we discussed in the previous video. Then we can better understand the Ketu. Ketu is good. Star level is Mars, is key planet. Mercury is good. Ketu is a good planet to favor for the travel abroad. Under Rahu Dasa, Ketu Bugdi will favor. But under Mercury Bugdi, Ketu as Antara is not strong because it is not having the Sun in the primary ruler. So you understand that Venus, definitely Antara is not going to favor Venus Antara. Venus Bhukti will not favor for travel abroad. And Sun Antara. Sun is a good key planet of the Mercury that is ruling all three levels. And sub-level is having Rahu. It is not in the star level. That is good. Sub-level only is Rahu. Though Rahu is at the sub-level, as Antara, the rule of the Antara is having the good key planet of the Bugdi Lord and other strong key planet in its supports or in ruler. It is strong enough to act as the Antara in supporting the Bugdi Lord. Even if it is having some weak key planet, that will favor. Okay, because that Sun is not strong enough to act as the Bugdi Lord. But to act as the Antara Lord, being the key planet of that Bugdi Lord, as Antara Lord, it is favor, not as the Bugdi Lord. You understand? Because as Antara Lord, it has got the good key planet of the Bugdi Lord, it is present. And the other favorable key planet in supports. So under Mercury Bugdi, Rahu Antara, it's supported. You understand? So then Mercury Bugdi is over. After Mercury Bugdi, Ketu Bugdi was running under the Rahu Dasa. Rahu Dasa, Ketu Bugdi, yes, Ketu is good. It is free from Rahu and Venus. That is the first point. Second point, it is having the good key planet Mercury and also Mars also present, other favorable key planet, 9th sublord. But you remember Ketu as Antara under Mercury is not favorable because I explained Ketu is not having the key planet of the Bugdi Lord Sun in its ruler. Because of that, it is not favoring. But Ketu Bugdi can favor. So during Ketu is strong enough. So under Rahu Dasa, Ketu Bugdi, Ketu Antara, that native traveled abroad for job and he was there, and Ketu Bugdi, Ketu, till Ketu Antara was over, he was there. And Venus, after Ketu Bugdi, until Ketu Bugdi over, he was there in abroad. After that, Venus Bugdi started. Venus is having the troubles. The Salad's unfavorable key planets are ruling the Bugdi Lord also. So it is, since it is having some favorable key planets also in its supports, that will cause trouble during the Antara, which is also under the influence of this strong unfavorable key planet Venus. So during that Venus Bugdi, during that Rahu Antara, because Rahu having got that Venus sublord, which is the unfavorable key planet of the Bugdi Lord. Rahu Dasa, Venus Bugdi, Rahu Antra, that native lost the job and returned homeland. So after he come back in Venus, again Venus will not favor him for him to travel abroad under any other supportive Antra because Venus is very weak. After Venus, Sun Bugdi started. Bugdi Lord should be strong enough, free from the unfavorable key planet. So Sun is having Rahu. It will not be strong enough to act as the Bugdi Lord. I remember Sun is Antra Lord. It is supported for Mercury, but not strong enough to act as the Bugdi Lord. Moon, yes, Moon is supportive. Mars is supportive. So out of this, which Bugdi is strong enough? That we have to check it. So Moon is strong or Mars is strong. If you look at Moon, Moon has got some weakness because Moon is fourth lord. So that Moon is having fourth lord. So that way it is having some weakness. So because of that, that strength is having some weakness. And that Dasa Lord's favorable key planet, Ketu Mars. That Ketu Mars role is not playing role for Moon. Ketu Mars only at the sub-level. Here it is not there. But for Mars, Mars itself, key planet of the Dasa Lord itself is playing role here, and Ketu also playing role here, and other favorable key planets are playing. So that way, at that Mars is comparatively better than the Moon because moreover, Moon is also having that Venus in its supports. It is indicating some weakness. So Mars Bugdi is stronger than the Moon Bugdi. So under Rahu Dasa, Mars Bugdi he traveled. Under Mars Bugdi, which Antra should favor? Definitely the Antra Lord should have the key planet of the Mars Bugdi. Which is the strong favorable key planet of the Mars Bugdi? Mars itself, right? That Mars should be playing role in the Antra Lord definitely. Along with that other favorable, it is fine. Mars and Ketu, if it is present, it is well and good. If you look at all the other planets, the planet which is having that Mars and Ketu, let us, we can check that way also that we can just a minute. Which other planets are having Mars and Ketu? Also, we can check. We can clear all and let us check. Mars and Ketu. If you check this, Mars and Ketu playing role under Mars Bugdi, which are the planets are having that Mars and Ketu? Ketu Mars for Rahu, but Rahu having some weakness, we know that. So that way I'll put this way. The planet we should have that Mars and Ketu and should free from Venus and Rahu. If you look at that, Mars Ketu present, Venus and Rahu is not present, right? That is fine. And another planet is Moon. Moon is having Ketu and Mars in last level. And Mars, Ketu here, Jupiter, but Rahu present. So only that Moon or Ketu under the Mars Bugdi as Antra they can do. Which is better, Ketu or the Moon? If you open that EPS table, we can see what is the advantage and disadvantage. Comparative study we can easily do whether Ketu is better or Moon is better. Ketu is having Mars at the star level, that is good, right? But Mars, if you look at the signification of Mars, though it is a good key planet, Mars is having 8 and 4 in the source. So the star level planet is having 8 and 4, that is indicating at the star level having some weakness. Role of Mars is important, but role at the star level, it is indicating some weakness. Sublord is Mercury is fine, but Mercury also having 8,000, 12,000. So that is indicating some obstacles to act as the Antra Lord under the Moon, under the Mars Bugdi. So the only Moon is having the favorable key planet of the Ketu and Mars and the sublevel, and it is having other strong favorable key planet Sun also playing role, right? That Sun is another favorable key planet. Sun is an important key planet, which is the destiny planet. No, the destiny is having the strong favorable key planet Sun that is playing role here. That is also favorable. So that way, Mars Bugdi, Moon Antra, that native traveled abroad. So Ragu Dasa over and Jupiter Dasa is running. Jupiter is having that all the key planets ruling, and Jupiter itself is a good key planet that is playing role here. So that way Jupiter is favorable, and you can see Ragu sublord it is playing, but you can see that no Venus is playing. That is a good point. Ragu only fourth house, it is strongly present. Since he is already there in Jupiter Dasa, so that is not favoring for him to come back. It is rather, it is, you can see Jupiter is a good key planet forming rural link at all levels. You can see. So making that all planets are supportive, and remaining levels are also favorable. So Jupiter Dasa is running, he is still there, and he is working the same company for long duration, approximately about 7 years so far he has been working there. I think you are able to understand. And such a combined study effect and combined key planets, Dasa Lord's key planet, Buddhi Lord's key planet, all these things you please revise. As I already discussed, EPS table study will be giving more clarity, because we will check with the how significations level wise we can see the combined grouping. In the PILT table, we can find the key planets influence and also their ruler link. So that will be clearly indicating, but in EPS table, we'll have to open the EPS table and check the rulers, their supports also. But it will be indicating clearly in a single page. So it has got its own advantage in such cases. So once you get the good confidence or good experience with the EPS table study method of analysis, you make use of this filter table as a supported tool. It is going to be more useful. I think you're able to understand. We'll meet in the next example. Good luck.